This Optic just got a massive update. Welcome back to the Meprolight workshop, and today we have the Tru-Vision, but it's no ordinary Tru-Vision. It is the new Tru-Vision Speed Ring, and it's packed with new features that really enhance the Optic and take it to the next level. But before we reveal what's new about it, let's give a quick overview of the Optic and who it was designed for and what it's used for and how it's been improved upon.
Yeah, so Tru-Vision was released just a couple years ago, designed for the Yamam. The Yamam is the premier Israeli counterterrorism team, so pretty much equivalent to our FBI HRT here in the US. They set out the specifications of what the original Tru-Vision was to be, so that's why it's a 2 MOA dot, 193 height over bore, automatic and manual brightness controls, and everything else that comes with it, even down to the length and the width of what the Optic could be. So the Tru-Vision features, like I had just mentioned, automatic and manual brightness control. Under auto brightness, you get 8 day and 4 night vision. And then during the manual, you actually get 12 daytime settings and 4 night vision. So the sensors in the front, it runs off a single CR123 battery, looking at tens of thousands of hours of battery life.
And by the way, we got some comments and discussion about the hoods. We'll let you know that these hoods serve a great purpose and it's really unique among other optics in the industry. This is actually a one-off Cerakote job hood, but tell us why the hoods are so durable.
Yeah, so it's made out of polymer. I know we've caught some flack from other YouTube channels as well as some comments on why is it polymer. Simply, it's just more durable and more robust. So when it drops, it absorbs abrasions, it absorbs bumps better than, say, aluminum does. The other thing here in the US, we like to customize things. So no longer do you have to put your whole Tru-Vision and glass and epoxy in, say, a Cerakote oven, or even if you're hydro dipping it, completely submerge it in water. You just take it off. I've got one here that we can pull apart. So it comes off with 4 screws in the battery cap, and then this could be painted, hydro dip, whatever you want to do. What's important to note though is that this Optic, because it was built for the Imam and is in militaries overseas, it does meet the MIL standard 810 Gulf. So all your water, weather, exposure, it passes everything with flying colors. So this is a micro chassis that houses all the electronics, the LED and everything else. And we've had multiple YouTubers, riders, they've been dropping it, dunking it, doing whatever they want to do, and it's held up perfectly fine.
Go ahead and check out some of the reviews. Don't take our word for it, but it's been torture tested by a lot of reviewers and it's held up really well. So just don't take our word for it. We don't tell YouTubers what to say. We send them the product and we let them give their honest report. So
that's all we can ask for.
Yep, absolutely. So we've held it off long enough. What is new with the Tru-Vision Speed Ring?
So we have a couple new features. One, here in the US, we seem to gravitate more to bullseye or speed ring reticles within our red dots. We had been asking for it from Israel for almost 2 years. It took us a little longer. They obviously are engaged and have some things going on. So what we tried to do was give the end user ultimate flexibility under what they see and how they interact with their optic. So kind of following up with, we have MPOs sitting behind us, but following in line with that, we have a user selectable reticle. So if you like the 2 MOA dot only and you like to run that with, say, a magnifier behind it, I prefer just a simple dot with a magnifier use, you can do that by some simple button presses. If you want to use the 2 MOA dot with the 65 MOA outer ring, maybe you like to measure with it, maybe you like to understand your holdovers and things of that nature, and you're running just your red dot, it's phenomenal and it's fantastic. It's super crisp, like everything else you've noticed from maybe our older RDS Pro V2 line to our new MPOs. The Tru-Vision follows that as well.
Awesome. Something I'm really excited for is now it has a 24-hour Shake Awake.
Yep, so we added that feature in too. We had to understand, I come from a military background. When we're helping and developing product, it is important to understand, is it commercial, is it law enforcement, is it military? I kind of find this rabbit hole of this is what we did in the military, which is not always factual in what's going on in real life. So on the military side, the 4 or 8 hours sleep time, setting that makes perfect sense. You'll change your batteries out when you come back from a mission or from a range trip, and then when you put it in the cage, you just let it go and it'll turn off on itself. Well, for the modern law enforcement officer, that is not the case. They may have an 8-hour shift, but that shift could very easily turn into 10, 12, 16 hours. And what we can't do is have somebody under stress or duress have to think about 100 things, getting the rifle out, and then also hitting a button to turn it on. So what we included in this feature is your 4 and 8 hour sleep time, but also a full-time shake awake. So the Optic will still go to take a nap, is what I call it, after 30 minutes. But then from 30 minutes to infinity or the battery goes dead, it will be shake awake.
There you go. And obviously in a home defense role, you hear the bump in the night, you could just pick up your rifle or carbine or whatever you have the Optic on, shotgun, and then you can go to work and defend your homestead. Also, bonus content for you, we have new iron sights with this, and they're called the FAB. So tell us about them.
Yeah, so historically, your backup iron sights are for your 150 height optics, not for your 193s. We won't even get into 226 or even higher now that some guys are running. But there are a couple of 193 height optics out in the marketplace right now, and there's very few offerings for 193 height backup sights. So we had the FRBSs previously. They're a 150. We set out to make a more professional end model. These are made out of metal. So they're not polymer in this case. We do have a tritium front dot in the front. And the best feature of this is that they will work with 150 height or 193 height optics. There's no need for spacer. So in your 150 optics, you're probably looking at an absolute co-witness or just under, depending, not everything is perfect 150, some are 153s or whatever. And then for your 193 optics like the Tru-Vision, it'll be very close to a lower 1/3. So no longer do you have to, and there's really only one other competitor in the market, and they are hundreds and hundreds of dollars and not in stock very often. So these are in stock, actually ready to go right now.
Absolutely. So if you want to learn more about the Tru-Vision Speed Ring or the FABs, go to meprolight.com and learn more. Also, we have a video on the FABs and a couple other videos on the Tru-Vision, so watch them to learn more. Leave a comment, and if you want to subscribe, that really helps our channel out and gets our videos in front of more people. Thanks for watching, guys.